Welcome back to our channel. Today, we will be exploring why being born as a swordfish sucks. For more videos of nature's most epic moments, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The first reason is pretty obvious. That's your face. It looks like a medieval torture device, but that bill ain't just for show. That thing can reach 11 feet in length and weigh over 600 pounds. If a swordfish were to charge at you, its bill could literally spear you. The second reason is they are extremely aggressive. They'll attack anything that invades their territory, which includes other fish and humans. And speaking of humans, we're not exactly nice to them either. We hunt them and eat them. And when I say we, I mean lots of different cultures from all around the world. When you're a massive predatory fish with a giant pointy nose, you don't really have many friends. Sorry, swordfish, you're not invited to the orgy. This is another unfortunate reality for swordfish. It's tough being an outcast, but at least they don't have to deal with annoying relatives. Oh wait, never mind. A swordfish's worst nightmare is running into a school of hammerhead sharks. Yes, believe it or not, there are fish out there that actually prey on swordfish. But enough about the cons already. Let's take a look at some of the pros of being a swordfish. You get to travel all over the world and swim up to 22 miles per hour. Plus, swordfish are basically immortal because they don't stop growing. So the older they get, the bigger they get. Imagine getting bigger and stronger with age. That's awesome. Also, since they're so big, they're less likely to be eaten by other sea creatures. I mean, who wants to mess with a 10-foot swordfish? No one. But still, it has its disadvantages. Being chased by fishermen is probably not fun. In general, swordfish are pretty stupid. They aren't known for their smarts. So if you were born as a swordfish, you might run headfirst into danger without even realizing it. If you've ever wanted to be the top predator in the ocean, then being a swordfish is perfect for you. There isn't a single animal that will purposely hunt you down unless you re a shark or something. Other than that, no one messes with swordfish. But what if you re not so much into being a lone wolf, and instead you'd rather be part of a group? Well, good news for you. Swordfish live in groups called schools. Schools typically consist of dozens of swordfish, but sometimes you can find ones with hundreds of members. Schools usually travel thousands of miles each year. All the swordfish in the school swim together in unison, making it one of the most terrifying sights in the ocean. Just imagine the power of dozens or maybe even hundreds of massive swordfish charging towards you. You wouldn't stand a chance. There's nothing quite like having friends to back you up when you're in a fight. Speaking of fighting, swordfish are very territorial and will defend their turf with their lives. Some of their favorite places to stake out are reefs, oil rigs, and fishing boats. They like these spots because they attract prey. In fact, swordfish tend to follow fishing boats because they know there's bound to be a good meal. Sometimes they even steal fish right off of people's lines. That must be humiliating for the fishermen. If swordfish didn't exist, we would have to invent them because they make excellent mounts. Not really. Okay, that was a lie. We wouldn't have to invent them. We'd just call them unicorns because swordfish are basically the unicorns of the sea. Sure, they're vicious and deadly, but there's just something so majestic about a massive fish with a giant pointy nose. It might suck to be a swordfish when you consider how often they get hunted by humans. But let's think about this from the swordfish's point of view. They aren't the ones doing the hunting, so why should they be worried? After all, it's just survival of the fittest. And swordfish are more than capable of defending themselves. Humans can try all they want to catch swordfish, but they always end up losing in the end. I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't the swordfish just defend itself? Well, they do. When a swordfish feels threatened, it uses its trusty bill as a weapon. They jab and slash with that thing with such force that it can literally impale its enemies. However, the swordfish doesn't just use its bill for fighting. It also uses it to stun its prey. Swordfish ram into their prey, piercing their skin and leaving puncture wounds that quickly turn into large gashes. Once the swordfish gets close enough, it tears chunks of flesh off the animal. It's not the most elegant way to eat, but hey, it works. Swordfish are one of the only animals in the world that can hunt other animals by sight. Most animals rely on their other senses to find food, but not the swordfish. Their eyes are on the sides of their heads, giving them binocular vision. This makes it easy for them to spot prey and deliver precise strikes. Their vision is so good that they can see into the darkest depths of the ocean. Being able to see in the dark also comes in handy when you're trying to avoid being eaten. For example, when sperm whales dive deep into the ocean to find squid, swordfish use their keen eyesight to spot the whales and swim away before they get snatched up. When swordfish are young, they're pretty slow and defenseless. This makes them easy targets for predators like turtles, sharks, and tuna. But once they get bigger, they're basically invincible, except for those pesky humans. Swordfish are among the fastest fish in the ocean, thanks to their powerful tails. They use their tails to propel themselves through the water at speeds up to 22 miles per hour. This allows them to escape from predators and chase down prey. With their speed, it's hard to imagine anything catching up to them. And sure, humans can catch them, but it takes a lot of work and time. Humans can't just go swimming around and catch swordfish. They have to put in some serious effort if they want one for dinner. A swordfish's body is perfectly suited for life in the ocean. Their streamlined shape reduces drag as they swim, which helps them maintain their speed. And unlike most other fish, swordfish don't have swim bladders. Swim bladders are sacs filled with gas that help fish control their buoyancy. However, swim bladders can also make fish vulnerable to barotrauma, which is damage to their body caused by changes in pressure. Swordfish don't have to worry about that, since they don't have swim bladders. Instead, they have a thick layer of fat that keeps them buoyant. And now we come to the final advantage of being a swordfish. They are highly sought after by humans for sport fishing. That means swordfish get to enjoy the thrill of the chase as they try to escape the hooks and lines of anglers. Of course, some swordfish end up getting caught and eaten, but that's just part of the game. When you're a highly sought-after species, you've got to expect a few casualties along the way. Overall, being a swordfish has its ups and downs. On one hand, you get to be an apt predator with few enemies, and you get to travel all over the world. On the other hand, you're constantly being hunted by humans, which can make your life pretty stressful. So is being a swordfish worth it? Only one way to find out. What do you think? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching.